Hello friends, welcome to my channel once again and thank you for checking into this video. Before I start, I want to make a humble request to you, and that is if you find my video helpful, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so coming back here, in this video, I am going to share with you about what is an urban air toxic. When we use the term urban air toxic, remember that it is associated with air pollution and it deals with the contamination of the atmosphere with specific kind of air pollutants. Okay. However, before we dive deeper into the topic here, first let us see in short how our air is polluted. Human activities on the surface of the earth have injected a tremendous amount of harmful substances or air pollutants into the atmosphere every year. These harmful substances keep on accumulating in the atmosphere, and in turn, the repercussion of accumulation of these harmful substances or air pollutants result is the adverse effect on mankind and the environment. And the major source of these harmful substances or air pollutants come directly from the various anthropogenic activities carried out on the surface of the earth. Therefore, these harmful substances or air pollutants can be of numerous types, but they are broadly categorized into criteria pollutants and air toxic. Okay, so first let's see what are the criteria air pollutants. Okay, criteria pollutants are the type of air pollutants which we all are familiar with and heard of when we speak about air pollution. The example of criteria air pollutants are particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and ozone. These pollutants or this type of air pollutants have a predefined permissible concentration. Okay, which means that as long as the concentration or the limit of these pollutants is within the prescribed limit given by the National Air Ambient Quality Standard, then there is not a much problem of it. But if the concentration or limit exceeded beyond the prescribed limit, then it is considered to be undesirable. For example, the desirable limit of suspended particulate matter in industrial area is 500 microgram per meter cube, whereas in a sensitive area it's 100 microgram per meter cube. And similarly, carbon monoxide desirable limit is 5 milligram per meter cube in an industrial area and 1 milligram per meter cube in a sensitive area. All right. So next, let's see what are air toxics. And as the name suggested, air pollutants which fall under this category are the different types of chemicals which are released into the atmosphere from different anthropogenic activities. Okay. And these chemicals may enter the atmosphere in the form of heavy metals such as lead and mercury, volatile chemicals such as benzene, combustion byproducts such as dioxin, solvents such as CFC or the ethylene chloride. Okay. So when you refer to such kind of air pollutant, in such type of air pollutants are known or called as the toxic air pollutants or the air toxics or hazardous air pollutants or in short HAPs. Okay. Now, when these toxic air pollutants are released into the air from different sources, people residing in the urban area will inhale the toxic air, and depending on the concentration of this chemical in the atmosphere and the continuous exposure to these toxic chemicals, The urban population are likely to suffer from a wide range of adverse health impacts, such as cancer, birth defects, reduced immunity, difficulties in breathing and respiratory damage, etc., to name a few. And not only this, these chemicals released into the atmosphere are then transported and get deposited on the soil and water surface, which in turn have an adverse impact on the soil or on soil and water or in the environment. For example, toxicity to aquatic organisms, increase bioaccumulation of pollutants in food chains, and reduce or delay the productivity of wild animals and plants. And these type of air pollutants have no standard limits as of yet. Okay, now we are coming closer to what is urban air toxic. The Environment Protection Agency, while monitoring the urban air quality, found that there are 187 hazardous air pollutants which are released into the atmosphere due to different anthropogenic activities. Okay, and out of these 187 air toxic pollutants, they found that 30 are extremely dangerous and hazardous to the health of the people residing particularly in the urban area. Therefore, the 30 HAPs, these 30 HAPs are referred to as the urban air toxics. Okay, so the urban air toxic needs to be continuously checked, monitored, and controlled because with time, the amount they are released into the atmosphere keeps on adding up, and as a result, the concentration also keep on increasing. So if these pollutants are not checked and controlled, then the health of the urban people will be of great risk. So here is the list of 10 hazardous air pollutant. Okay, out of 30, I have listed only 10 because this name here are easy to remember, to be honest. For example, like benzene, which are emitted from gasoline service station. Okay, and in urban areas, you'll find there are lots of petrol pumps. Okay, and that's the reason. And from here, you'll find that when studies that have been carried out found that urban areas have high concentration of benzene when compared to the other area. Okay, and another example is burning of municipal solid waste in landfill is results in release of dioxin into the atmosphere. Okay, all right. So next, now let's see what are the sources of urban air toxic. Okay, urban air toxic can be the sources of urban air toxics can be a mobile source or a stationary source. However, the main contribution towards urban air toxics comes from stationary sources, and that is particularly the commercial and the industrial area. All right. And according to EPA, okay, the source of urban air toxic have been identified from 68 different categories of industries. And here are the list of 9 different sources from the 68 different categories are the sources which contributed to the release of these chemical pollutants into the atmosphere. In a nutshell, what is a urban air toxic? We talk about air pollution, and particularly an air pollution, the reason for air pollution is because of the introduction of the air pollutants, and air pollutants are of two types. One is criteria pollutant and the air toxic. Okay, and out of this air toxic or the hazardous air pollutants, there are 187 type kind of hazardous air pollutants, and out of these 187, 30 are very considered to be very detrimental, okay, to the health of the people, and therefore these 30 hazardous air pollutants are referred to as the urban air toxic. Okay, so these are the reference used in this presentation. And with this, I'd like to say thank you so much. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this video will be of great help to you in understanding what is an urban air toxic. Thank you so much once again. God bless. Thank you.